Hey, Bear Tattoo here, out at the lake today. Well, I want to talk about the Bears a little bit. They're in big time trouble. They got a lot of injuries. They don't have any depth, and they're playing Kansas City tomorrow afternoon. I don't expect them to do very well. We'll just have to see how the season progresses, but it's not looking good. Kyle Long's hurt. They've got a guy that they picked up from Portland State playing center that was undrafted because he blew out his ACL before he could get to the pros. They're moving guys around on that offensive line, so I'm just afraid that if Kansas City brings the dogs tomorrow, Jay's going to be in on his back a lot. The other thing is the defense. They're kind of an unknown quantity right now. They've got some new guys there, so we'll have to see how they play tomorrow. But injuries, I think the other day there was like 17 guys that were injured, so we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, I'm not expecting them. I'm not expecting them to win, but maybe so. We'll just have to watch the game and see. Like I said, I'm out at the lake. I'm walking over to my bee yard. I've got a few beehives over here, and I've been working on some designs. So I've designed some different kinds of hives and feeders, and so here's the beehives. These tall, wide ones are regular hives. Standard size, and then these skinnier ones here are nooks, what they call a nook. They have 5 frames below, 5 frames above, so they're about half the size of a regular hive. But anyway, I've been experimenting, working on building different types of covers and boxes and those types of things, and so I wanted to show you that I do have a feeder that I've come up with. There's a bee there on top. Doesn't look like a well bee. He looks like he's sick. But anyway, here's my new feeder that I've got. Anyway, in the pan there is sugar water, and if you can see in this little cage here, the bees can come up out of the hive and get to the sugar water, and then they won't drown. This is not my invention. This was Fat Bee Man, Don, the Fat Bee Man. This is his design, and it works fairly well. I like it. It feeds the bees. And then over here I've got a pollen patty that if you can see down in there, it's sitting on a screen, and the bees are coming up from the bottom, and they can get at that pollen patty to get some protein. So this is working pretty well, and we'll see if we can get the bees to survive the winter. They're coming after me now, so I'm going to put the lid back on. That's not a bee, that's a bumblebee. Anyway, you can see they're in pretty good shape here. Lots of bees. They're out foraging in and out, looking pretty healthy. Really happy so far. So we'll see what happens the rest of the fall. I'm going to feed them. I haven't done that in the past. I haven't fed them, so I just let them eat their own honey. So this year I'm going to feed them. I've been reading up on this, and it's good to have them fed going into winter and having a lot of honey in the hive. I have been looking here at the bees going in and out, and they're still collecting pollen. I don't know if you can see that right there in the front where they're going in, but some of them have their pollen sacs filled with pollen. We got yellow pollen that they're collecting. So they're doing quite well, and we'll see if the Bears can pull through a victory this week, and we'll talk to you after that.